Today, I'm joined in Port Stephens by a formidable team. Former state cricketer Dominic Thornley and his young bloke Will. Whilst this partnership has been developing for a long time, with a few trophies in the cabinet, we thought it was time to put the bat and ball away and head out to do some fishing basics, targeting the local shellfish congregations. Pulling up here.
That's us. That's where
right there. In terms of a fishing location, it doesn't get too much better than this. We've got a bit of an island here in the middle of the bay, and it's got some rocks that run down on the side and it drops off here. And the good thing, or the thing that lights up my eyes, is the fact that they're oyster encrusted rocks. So we've got a feeding zone in there. When the wind pushes in, that's going to create a natural burley train and or a burley trail, if you will. And I'm going to float some baits back as that tide pushes along the island. And Dom, looks pretty good to me.
Looks pretty good. Looks about as flat as an Adelaide Oval wicket, mate. We should be able to catch a few here.
That's it. As a batter, that's what you want, isn't it? A flat wicket?
That's the dream, isn't it? Righto, let's get stuck in.
Righto, let's do it. You're on Minn Kota. I'm going to go get some baits with Will, and we'll get some bream behind us. Shellfish, such as oysters, mussels, clams, and cockles, provide for crucial fish habitat. And with the help of a little bit of burley, some light fishing tackle, and a few hours to spare, they can make for some fantastic fishing sessions. Well, that didn't take long. Will's been handy at the back, cutting up pilchards and some old bait that we had from older sessions. Dom's
still trying.
He's trying over there, but he's doing a good effort at it. And this one was just sitting in the rod holder. Rodney the rod holder is the most underrated fishing buddy you can ever have. Righto, Will, you're on the net, buddy. I'm gonna bring this one over. 3, 2, 1, got him.
Nice work, bud.
How's that? Put it up here, mate. Shellfish reefs kickstart the food chain for many of these bread and butter fish. Their hard surfaces attracts marine plants and invertebrates to attach to, which then brings in the bigger predatory fish to feed, breed, and seek shelter. Whenever you're fishing around shellfish, I can promise you, the fish aren't far away. Well, I've got a bit of a bucket here that Will's put together for me. I've got pilchards, which you can buy from any local tackle shop or service station. I've got strips of squid from an old fishing session, and it's not far since we've had Christmas, and I've got some old oyster shells that we had at lunchtime. And Dom, who's a bit of a local around here, reckons there's a bit of a secret to when it comes to chasing bream. What is it? Just bit of musical instruments?
It's called the bream whisperer.
The bream whisperer.
And so the local oyster fishos around here tell me, if you can get down in the water and rub them together, like that. Like the shells together, it's almost like the oyster guys are there working and doing their job.
Yeah.
And the bream often come right up and have a bit of a look and see what's going on. So
yeah, right. So I've got 2 here. So you reckon that's enough under the water?
Apparently it is, mate. So they tell us up here at Port Stephens.
Well, that's what we're trying to fish around here today, which is those oysters. And if it's a secret, then I'm going to do it. The sound of oysters smacking together is what Dom refers to as a flat Adelaide wicket. Go time. The problem, however, is that since European settlement, Australia has lost 90% of our shellfish reefs. This is due to overharvesting, disease, and poor water quality. Since then, shellfish reefs have been functionally extinct, which means their numbers are so low that they can't play their function in the ecosystem anymore. When it comes to shellfish restoration, it's a little bit of a catch-22. New oysters, which we're trying to establish, require clean water to survive. But the thing is, existing oysters, such as these here, are the ones that play a really important part in maintaining water quality. On top of this, new shellfish, or spat, which is what we call baby oysters, require existing shells to colonise. As they're getting swept in the currents, when they hit an existing shellfish clump, a chemical reaction occurs, which allows them to anchor themselves to that cluster and form even bigger shellfish reefs. So what's all that mean? It's just more of a reason for us here in New South Wales to get stuck into some restoration.
This boat catches snapper, mate. That could be another good snapper.
I don't want to take the rod twice, but I didn't even have time to get you in on that one.
No, that's okay. You don't ever jump in.
I guess you've had your fair share of time at the crease over the years.
Yeah, but that was a good run.
That was a great run. So you're out the back and you just said to me...
I'm in the shallow and you're in the deep.
Well, you only said not too long ago that they do get some snapper in the estuary here. So we're not far from the entrance. And this thing just screamed off. Now we're only fishing incredibly light line. Like, I don't think we're running too much more than...
Yeah, it's another snapper.
...than 8 and 6 pound. Righto, Will, what do you see? Snapper, are you on the net again? Got
there
it.
you go, mate. Well done.
Right, I'll put it up there.
What a beautiful colour.
And we'll show everyone at home what a snapper looks like, eh? What do you think of that, Will?
Beautiful.
Beautiful fish? Awesome. Right,
This boat knows how to catch snapper, doesn't it, Will?
time to get him back in the water.
Let's go back in here, mate. Oh, there's a bite, there's a bite. What have you got? That's it, buddy. Lift and wind, lift and wind. I'll grab the net, mate. What do you reckon it is?
Bream.
Oh, good boy. Nice catch. Bring him over here. Bring him in, step backwards. That's the boy. There we go, look at him. That's the target species.
Bream, is it?
It's a bream, Jono. It's not a snapper, it's a bream.
Well done, Will.
Let's
That's
put
what
that
we're
down.
after today.
Look
There
at that.
it is.
That's a beauty.
Beautiful bream.
Swim another day, live another day. Off you go, buddy. Boom, there he goes. Good boy. Good job.
Nice work, Will.
The question we have to ask ourselves is, what can we do about giving these shellfish reefs a helping hand? OzFish has already launched some pretty cool projects across Australia, but it's now time that us fishos in New South Wales take the baton. To get involved, you don't need much more than a bit of passion and some time, as OzFish will work alongside you to get the rest of the project up and running. Now, I don't know about you, but Dom, Will and I absolutely love our fishing, and anything we can do to improve its success into the future, we're in for. If you want to get involved in shellfish restoration in New South Wales, head over to ozfish.org.au.